And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of the Keep It Pushing podcast. I am your host, Jesse Garcia, accompanied by the one, the only
Angelito the Vibes, and we're back,
We're
baby.
back, dude. And we got a special, very, very special guest in the building. He's an OG in what he does. He's a local and worldwide legend. This guy is amazing at his job and everything that he does and comes out of there. It's been super sick. We got the homie Yaniv from Powerplant in the building.
Hey, let's go.
Hey.
Dude, thanks for having me, man.
Dude, thanks
Actually, I feel at home. This is like my old. This is crazy, right? Isn't this weird? I mean, for you guys, maybe not, but for me, this is strange.
Is it? Did you?
Crazy good.
When you looked at it, you obviously never thought like I'm going to shoot a podcast in here, like type deal.
Not only that, but just never thought I'd be sitting in someone else's place. That I actually put this together and built it, and me and the boys, and before like the old Melrose, before like the COVID thing. This is like a revamp of my old shop. And I'm sitting here feeling like I'm at home because obviously we're neighbors. So B, I've been here on the block over 20 years now. And since I would say every shitty neighbor that's been through this place, no offense to anyone, but you guys have been like the coolest ones to move in.
Dude, likewise.
And it's all about the energy and the people around me. And that's kind of been my story of my life. Like everything just naturally flowed.
So wait, were you here 20 years or were you at your old shop? Is that a combined of just on the street type deal?
No, I've been on the street, on the block way over 20 years, but I've actually been on this premises since 03.
Wow.
Started Powerplant in 01. So, where Steve Olson is right now in that old garage, that was my first spot. I used that for 2 years and outgrew it and then moved into my shop, which I'm not going to get into that story, but that place was two different places. We cut the wall open.
Oh, so it was another.
So it was two separate spots. So I moved into the small portion, and some guy was making vending machines, repairing them in the other, like in the back room where Andre's always fabricating. Yeah, that was another spot with its own entrance. And then eventually I took over that, cut the wall down, and then two spaces became into one. Yeah, and then moved into here. We had the whole block at some point. Really? Not the whole block.
Yeah,
but, like
the majority of it. Yeah,
and so COVID came and we had to shut it down a little bit. And I'm glad
when you just had this, where were you working on bikes? Like just in here?
No, it wasn't just. It was this was our retail.
Oh, and that
the garage was in the back.
Okay,
this was a whorehouse. Everyone came through here to go to the back. I'm stopped. Like we're trying to work there, and it's just never. It didn't make sense. Yeah, it almost like I, at some point wanted to get rid of the garage. And just work on bikes here, and we'll just be open to because everyone just wanted to see what we're doing all the time. It's really hard to get any work done. Yeah.
I bet.
Dude, yeah. So side question that goes into all that. What was the first bike you ever built in 2000? Was it 2001? Way before that?
Well,
when'd you get into it?
It was like out of a backyard garage, the first bike I've ever built. Actually, even to go even further than that, I was working at an automotive shop, like a car shop that was doing custom cars. I was also apprenticing for a couple of different guys. One of them is called Jim. It's not Jim Bruns was the name of the old man. He just passed away, and his son Junior was a good friend of mine. They're called Bruns's Custom City. Okay. They're in Chatsworth.
Shout out to them.
And I was learning from there. But right before that, I went and did like this metal class at Gene Winfield's. A lot of you guys probably never heard of him, but his name is Gene Winfield. He's I hate to say this, but Jay, did he pass? He did. He just passed. Man, I'm so terrible. Please cut that out.
Yeah. Okay.
I work for he's one of the first guys that taught me how to do metal work. And from Gene Winfield, I met Jim Bruns and yada, yada, yada.
Metal work being what in specific? Like just sheep, like
the dude,
just cutting
Gene Winfield's specialty was to chop cars.
Okay.
Like chop the roof. You ever heard of a chop top?
Yeah.
Okay, so they cut the roof, remove 3 or 4 or 5, 6 inches, and then put the kind of weld the roof back on. And you see them, they have like little skinny little windows. You can barely get your elbow out of it. That's a chop top. Okay. And I was really into that in the beginning.
Yes. Oh, so it's not a drop top. It's not a drop top per se.
Not a drop top.
It's just
chop top.
A chopped.
It's not removable. It's a hard top.
Yeah.
And it's not as simple as like cut the roof and lower it. It's like reshape the whole car, basically. The deck lid, the hood, you have to cut the glass. Wow. And the glass always breaks when you cut it. So it's a whole thing. And really, back in the day, it was harder to do things. Now we have lasers and water jets and all this shit. But back then, it was simple as using hand tools.
Saw.
and yeah, and they
So
use
you-
lead,
yeah,
like
yeah.
actual lead to fill the like instead of Bondo, they would use lead. So I learned that from Gene Winfield how to do lead. Gene was one of the most famous guys in the business because he built a lot of Hollywood picture cars.
Wow.
You know, have you ever seen the movie Cobra with like Sylvester Stallone? He was
Yeah.
driving like a Merc, like a 51 Merc. 49 Merc, whatever. I forget the year. That car.
Yeah.
Well, Gene built that, but not only one. They built like I think 15 cars
For the movie.
because every scene they would crash the car, so they had
Wow.
to have another one.
Wow.
So
that's
they
fucking
didn't
crazy.
have AI and all this shit back then.
Yeah.
Now they probably build one car and they use it throughout the whole movie. But back then they would build multiple cars, and even when I started doing motorcycles, now that I think about it, I built a bunch of bikes for Starsky and Hutch, that movie with like Ben Stiller.
No way.
No
Yeah.
way.
Dude, we were just talking about how
Oh,
great
watch the
Ben
movie.
Stiller
You'll see
is.
my Vanilla Gorilla and a bunch of my bikes lined up at a bar scene
So
Oh,
sick.
shit.
when
Oh,
you know
yeah.
they all fell over, or whatever.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
So I
all your bikes fell over.
I work for this guy Walt, you know, and that's kind of like where I got it from bikes into from cars into bikes was a guy named Walt Woodson, and I apprenticed for him when it came to bikes. And this other guy, Big Mike, he also passed away. It's crazy. I feel old because all these guys are gone now,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't really know any kids that want to like learn from me, but like back then, like
I feel like there's a handful.
I'm like I need to learn. These guys are gone. No one's doing it.
You know what
so-
it is? It was honestly, I feel like the social media thing didn't connect people. So like you had to put your face out there and like go talk to somebody. Like, hey, dude, I want to learn this shit. As opposed to where now I feel like they can hit you on Instagram. And,
It's unbelievable. Like it would never be the same.
yeah.
Mhm.
Very rare that someone wants to like get dirty.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When or learn the hard way. Like
Do you
why do Mr. Miyagi when you can go watch a 15-minute tutorial on YouTube and then you're a pro? Or at least that's how they feel. Like there's no like start the cleaning, sweep the floors, organize the toolbox. Then maybe you can work on something. Maybe you can touch an actual vehicle.
Yeah.
Because people now just jump right to it. They just skip the whole thing that we used to have to do.
Yeah.
It's like payphones, for instance. You know, we used to have to drive around the city, and I knew where every payphone was
Would there be busy ones
because I'm waiting for a
sometimes?
phone call, and I have to be at this fucking phone.
Yeah.
And now it's like instant, boom, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Here's my number. Oh, here's my Instagram. I could find you in 10 seconds right now, just on social media.
That is crazy. Like how sometimes I'll wonder, like, yo, bro, who is this guy's good at that? And I wonder, like, who, yo, bro,
Millennial.
what was that guy's name? You know? And he, like, fucking 10 minutes later, you know, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
I forget that exists sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I try not to like, flutter myself with like YouTube and stuff. I still try to learn the hard way,
mhm.
like open a book and shit. But the problem now, I open a book and I try to zoom with my hands, and I'm like, fuck, you can't even. Like I'm so used to like, you know what I mean? Like you see a magazine, I want to see like a part on the bike. Well, anywhere else you can zoom in.
Yeah.
In the magazines, we didn't have that. You have to like, God, can I just take that photo from one different angle that I can see it? Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. Like, and I'm glad I did because maybe like I'll teach my kids that one day. Like I'll at least like tell the story of what it used to be like, how good you motherfuckers have it now, because how we used to do it was like, and you have to get yelled at and you have to clean this and it's
So your introduction to came from Mike, I think you said his name is. That was your first time you worked on a bike was through him?
on bikes. Well, no, because I worked. Okay, so when I was working at the car shop, this is when I knew it was time to move on. Is I was working there, I was learning about cars, and I see these choppers all the time. And I already grew up on motorcycles, but not those kind of motorcycles, like GSXRs and Rice Rockets.
For
like,
us guys that don't know, is that like smaller, street bikes, like
Street bikes.
like the racing bikes?
Can you say Rice Rockets? Is that a racial slur? Someone said you can't say Rice Rockets. And I was
Rice
like,
Rockets.
But I would
That's
know
what-
what you mean.
That's what we called them back
But
then.
I feel like cars and motorcycles is like they both have like a that
Anyways,
name.
I'd say it anyways because that's
Yeah,
what we
Rice-
grew up saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what did you call them?
Rice Rocket.
Crotch Rocket. You call it
Oh,
Crotch Rocket.
no, I said Rice Rocket as well.
You
But
did? You said Rice Rocket?
Yeah, I think
Thank
Crotch
God.
Rocket's another one though. But yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, I'm not with you guys. No, I'm not with you guys.
Because they come from Asia and they. Rice
Oh, is
or-
that what it is?
I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. I never understood that one.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
understood it
felt-
for cars.
You know what?
'Cause it always referred to the JDM.
And if,
culture.
but you know what? My whole thing was like they're just small.
Cut it out.
They're just small.
Cancel.
No. No,
That's another thing. You
we'll
get canceled for anything
We'll
now.
survive
Thank
this.
God.
We'll survive this. But okay. But you were saying so. Your first, you saw these choppers on the street working at this car, and something sparked your
okay.
mind. Like,
Let me go back again. I have to keep going backwards.
yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of Bob's Big Boy?
yeah,
Okay,
What is
it's
that?
in Burbank.
Okay, Burbank.
I'm sure. I think there's another one somewhere.
Like Downey, I believe.
And it's probably assuming it's the same thing. But
Yeah.
every Friday night, like this Friday, we can go to Bob's Big Boy,
Uh-huh.
and guaranteed is going to be full of hot rods and a couple bikes. Huh?
Really?
What did I say? Oh, there's only one.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
the other
Burbank
Bob's doesn't do it. Okay, good to know.
Okay. Okay.
Since
Oh, wow, nice,
1952 or 1951, every Friday night, rain or shine, Bob's Big Boy, go get a burger and fries and a milkshake.
Wow,
they used
that's
to
dope.
bring it to your car and put it on your window back in the day.
So dope,
And
dude.
now it's like if you get there at like 5,
they
you
on
catch a
skates?
spot. I think so.
Oh,
Like
sick.
the OG shit.
Yeah.
And until today, you can go there. Like every time tourists come by, and I'm like, God, fucking, what's there to do in LA? And I'm like, oh, you guys are into bikes and cars? Go to Bob's.
Okay.
And it's just cool. You bring your kids. You can come by yourself. You can go get a burger.
Yeah.
See, guys get there early to catch a spot.
Yeah.
Pop their hoods. You know, like
That's dope.
the whole thing.
That's
You know,
dope.
clean their car.
Peacock real quick.
Yeah.
It was a thing. It was a thing. Like Friday, you clean your car, bring it there, and then you got a clean car all weekend to cruise. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a thing back then.
That's cool. That's cool when you really think
I
about
must say
it.
I'm guilty. I haven't been there in a while because it got played out to me too. But like, so guys would pull up. These dudes from like San Fernando would pull up on these choppers. One guy in particular, his name was Droopy, had the coolest knucklehead, and I always wanted one like that. And I thought like it's impossible. You know when you like look up to people and you're like, I'll never have that.
Yes.
And then I realized how easy it
All
is
the
to
time.
do it. To just put your mind to it and you can do it.
Yeah.
And so I built I couldn't afford a Harley at the time, so I built a little Triumph, which actually we should talk about. Maybe that's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Triumphs are still just as cool. They're smaller,
Okay.
they're cheaper, easier to find, I guess.
I just saw one on the freeway. Oddly enough, you say this.
It's got to be an old one though.
Okay.
They kind of changed things. So I built myself a little Triumph chopper, and going to Bob's, I realized like I'm working on these cars, but my eyes are on these bikes, and I bought one finally, committed to it. Had to sell a lot of marijuana to get it, but I saved up and got the bike, brought it to the Brunses where I worked, and they also helped me get like, and this was all visual inspired by what you see out there, and you have to remember what you see because we didn't have cell phones to just like snap,
so
snap,
crazy.
snap.
Oh, that's
We're
so
talking about 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
Even like in 2002, I think when I started the business, we had like flip phones, so you could take photos, but it wasn't like
Anything
the
crazy,
quality that
yeah.
you have with the iPhone now.
Yeah, it's still
It's-
grainy. It was still grainy.
And I tried my hardest to never I tried my hardest to never get on social media. Like I was the last one to join all that shit,
And it's probably because you had to, huh?
Probably because I
Actually,
had to,
yeah.
because you feel left out if you don't do it, and you feel like you're kind of like not relevant if you're not up to whatever. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad, all of it's for a reason. But I was also like, Instagram to me was a dating app. Like that's what I thought it was for. It's like
Fair.
guys try to get some
Yeah,
putang on
yeah,
there,
yeah.
That's really what
Yeah.
because you would see guys like doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
This is what it has to be now. We got a full see what you eat every day, and like that's how you impress people. But then it became a marketing platform, and it worked for me because
Yeah.
suddenly I get a call from Europe, Germany. A guy wants to buy a bike from me. I'm like, the fuck?
I would never thought. Right? Yeah.
So your business is like instantly shown to the world, like business or your art or whatever it is. that
Whatever
you're
it is
into.
you do.
It's like within seconds, it's everywhere in the world, and so we got to respect that about it. But there's also a lot of negative behind it too. That like in
Yeah.
a second they can ruin you too if you say the wrong thing or something. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
It definitely. I have one question. Do you know what a chopper is? I'm familiar.
I'll explain.
Yeah, yeah. That's what. That's
I
for the
probably
people
don't
that don't know. I
Whatever. Everyone's gonna tell me something, whatever they feel. But like when I picked up the whole thing, like I'm not gonna just get into something and not know like, oh, it's a chopper. I need to know what it means.
Yeah.
I need to know what I'm riding. I need to know what's inside the motor. Like that's the kind of person I am. I can't just be the guy riding it. So
Yeah.
So I went and dug it all up and I had to read magazines and talk to old guys. And so a chopper is when the minute you lay a saw or cut part of the frame, it becomes a chopper.
Okay. Okay.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Anybody wants to comment?
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
yeah.
That's a chopper. Now, you see a lot of motherfuckers out there saying they got a chopper and the frame stock, it's not a fucking chopper.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It's not a fucking chopper. Okay. So as soon as any weld
Like
work,
if you
cut
watch
it.
Pulp Fiction and Bruce Willis is on that FXR,
Yeah.
and he goes, "That's not a Harley, baby," or "It's not a motorcycle, it's a chopper."
Yeah.
it's not a fucking chopper.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a stock frame.
It's a FXR with some custom bars and some custom pipes. And that, to me, from what I heard, is a bobber.
Bobber.
So a bobber, now you can take a stock bike, cut the fender, cut the pipes, shorter bars, but the frame stock is considered a bobber. Okay. You bob the fender, you bob the tank, that's a bobber. But the minute you touch the frame, that becomes a chopper. And anyways, that's my 2 cents on chopper versus bobber versus
So
stock.
it's just stock frame, not a chopper, fucking cut and whatever, welded, whatever, chopper.
And you know chopper
I always
when you
thought
see
chopper
it
was
because
fucking up here.
it
you
could
know?
be up here, it could be down here, but you look at the frame and you go, the change, like the whole frame shape is completely different.
Is the one in our window considered a chopper?
That would be a chopper because I did chop parts of the frame, but that whole frame is handmade.
Yeah.
So it's completely made from scratch. So I would call that a chopper.
Could the argument be made for an FXR just based off what you've taught me and just talking? Could that be?
That is an FXR chopper because the frame's been chopped.
But let's say like a stock FXR from Japan. Even though it's been welded, cut, put together.
That would be a chopper.
That'd be a chopper. Because I mean,
it's
come.
It's the geometry of the frame is completely changed. You'll see it. You'll see the fork is a little slanted. It's like been raked or deraked or stretched, or some people stretch the rear, but like they took the frame and cut it. Some point of it's cut.
Okay.
Which makes it like unique, but also makes it that no two are alike. It's usually complete. Like if you're chopping something like that, you're never gonna see another one. I don't care if like some people might mistake it for something they've seen, but like it's literally a one of a kind bike at this point.
Yeah, because it's been okay.
Yeah, so that's what I like. I like one off shit. I like. I claim to my customers and people I build bikes for that like you'll never be at the light and someone's gonna pull up to you and look like you.
Yeah.
Or you'll never be at a bike show and someone will mistake your bike for another one. That's what you get.
Or it's like wearing the same shirt to a party. It's like you're not gonna wear the same shirt here, buddy.
Yeah. And,
that's awesome.
And that's, to me, it's a lot to be said about that. Like it's because that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Because I probably pulled up at the light and someone had something similar and I was like, hell no. I gotta go home and change my shit. This guy looks like me.
Yeah.
And still till today, I just was nerding out on my Instagram right before we started. And I'm seeing some guy who's just made a gas tank that looks identical to mine. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to do something even better.
Yeah.
Pull some new tricks out of my sleeves because I hate that. I like.
Because now you're pulling up to the light, and it could be somebody else out there. But it's not. It doesn't have. It's
what
not.
it comes down to? Ego.
100%.
And when I'm dead, when I'm gone,
yeah.
I want people to still recognize it. I want people to still know that thing because I look at dead people's bikes, and I don't care how shitty of a job or whatever, they're gone. But they had an idea, and they did it, and they're gone. But this thing still lives forever because it's made out of steel. And it's a fucking dinosaur, and it'll be here forever. And the next person's gonna own it, and then who knows where it's gonna go. In fact, I always thought it'd be cool to make a documentary about that, like the journey of a motorcycle as it came from the factory, and the I don't know why I'm telling you this right now, because maybe you'll produce the movie one day,
dude.
But imagine this.
Dude.
Actually, don't even fucking let anybody know, because someone will do this if they hear it.
Yeah.
But imagine the life starts at the factory, when they got assembled in the production line, and then the headlight is the point of view. So what you see is what the headlight sees. So it comes out of the factory, gets unwrapped, some fucking dork, some rich guy fucking dork fucking buys it, and then you see the garage door, it goes into like a fancy garage, and then he rides it, and then it's crashed because he doesn't know how to ride. And then some fucking punk gets it because he's broke and this thing's crashed and it's worth half the price it was. And then he chops it. And then he dies on it because it's a chopper and it's dangerous. And then someone else gets it.
Dude,
so the life of this bike through the eyes of the headlight is a fucking documentary for me to do one day.
Dude, yeah, that's amazing. Dude,
write it down.
No, that's $1 million idea, because it could go into motorcycle clubs,
many cool things.
Fucking
So many
Hollywood actors. Yeah,
a deer.
Yeah.
You hit a deer. You see some, I don't know, fucking murder. I don't know. You see all kinds of shit.
No, true. Yeah. Drug dealing, of all the shit that those bikes probably do see in real life, But back to what you were. So you said you went to Bob's, you saw the bikes, fell in love with choppers. What your first chopper? What was it?
Like I said, it was I'll be specific. It was a 1967 Triumph 750 Bonneville.
Okay, and how,
650. Sorry, 650 Bonneville. 650 cc's.
Okay, 650.
Dual carb.
Yeah. So, how long before that do you upgrade to a Harley, or like has it always
6 months later?
6 months later.
Because the power is just in the Harleys. I mean,
what, it was 1,000 plus? I'm guessing.
no, it was 650 cc.
The Harleys though, the same.
Oh, the
thing.
Harley. Yeah, the first one I got was like a shovel head, like a big twin. So probably 1340 cc's. Yeah,
That thing was going.
and it was cool.
Yeah.
and then from that point, it was straight to knuckles and panheads, which is like the holy grail, in my opinion, of Harleys, is like having like a panhead or a knucklehead. What? 48? Oh, okay. I can break down the years. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you're awesome.
So,
You're awesome.
so there's a thing called an OHV, which is an overhead valve, and that was the first year of that is 1936.
Okay.
Before that, they were considered side valves, flatheads, kind of very dinosaur, very like simple fucking motor.
Yeah.
They ran them until the 60s like that. But in 1936, the first OHV was a knucklehead, and they stopped making them in 47. So from 36 to 47, they were knuckleheads, and I can show you later the difference. And then from 1948 is the panhead year, and I think it ran up to 66. And then 67 was the shovelhead introduced.
Wow.
And the shovelhead stopped in 84.
And that's what you got, a shovel head.
I got all of them.
Yeah.
But in 84.
No, whether you as your first bike, it wasn't.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a cone shovel, and that's another thing. They have two different shovel heads, but
Yeah.
shovel head stopped in 84, and they became the Evolution. That's when they started getting a little more dependable, and the metal quality was a bit lighter and better quality of metal, so things would not be as brittle. Like after they're sold, they start cracking, and things happen to these motors. You have to really take good care of them, and a lot of them have been repaired over the years. Most of them have been repaired.
Yeah.
They grenaded a lot because the metals were like just shittier quality back
I wonder
then.
why that was. Oh, it's just different.
Oh, I mean, same reason why there's electric cars. It's like everything got better, you know?
Do you like the electric car idea?
No. I also didn't like the Instagram idea, but I'm on it now, so who knows?
I'll see him in a Tesla one
You
day.
know?
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't think so. I really, I'm scared of them. And I want to say I'm scared of them because I'm not really, but it's a good excuse to say like they're going to burn one day or they're going to, you know,
dude, it's a
catch on
sketchy
fire.
thing. It's a sketchy. There's this movie, I forget what it's called, but at one point, all the electric cars, because everybody's driving electric,
Malfunction.
they just stop in the middle of the road, and it's like, what are you gonna do there? You know? And I can't get to Vegas and back. And
well, you can go even deeper into that. And I was thinking one day that the whole internet shuts down and
bro,
you know what happens to our young generation? They can't live without that shit.
Out.
Dude.
You know, I could survive without it. How about this? How about if Instagram said, "Hey, we're not showing your followers anymore. Everyone gets the same amount of followers. You don't have more than him, and he doesn't have more than you.
It's all zero."
Can you imagine the suicide rate,
dude?
Can you imagine,
bro?
That's a movie of its own, right there,
bro. And to go offside,
I think that's designed to have a population control. Like that's how they're going to control us. It's like those guys are dead. They're just committed suicide because. You know,
the internet's
someone just got like their followers are gone.
Dude, I've had children literally their first question to me, like they'll be like, "Do you have an Instagram?" Yeah, I got it. How many followers do you have? You know, and it's like I really don't, not that many, but like you see what I do, you see what I'm on. I'm here, you know. Like I had an Instagram where I had like 9,000 followers, bro. I lost it, and I just got hacked or whatever. And since then, I've only have 400 followers, but in my life's been on like dude, I see what I want. It's the people that I truly give a shit about, you know, in my business and all that. If I follow all that other shit, you know, but
I feel like we're on the verge of that happening because they took away now you can hide your comments.
Yes.
And you can hide
the
likes.
Yes.
What's next? Oh,
hide your followers.
Doesn't matter how many you got. It doesn't matter. People are gonna die.
They're
gonna die,
dude. That's such an important thing to people.
Yeah,
and I don't,
because the more followers, the bigger your dick is, or something.
It has to be, right?
But I don't know.
It has to be
something about that.
But I feel like I could survive without the internet, dude.
I feel like too, because I've already lived without it.
Yeah, but you've lived like.
You know, I worry about my son. You know, I worry about those kids that are like
dependent on you. Yeah.
So wait, to go back, when did you feel like I'm gonna open up my own garage?
Soon as my home garage got the cops called on me every day because I was making too much noise. I was like, I need to like.
Were you working on your own bikes at this point or other people's bikes as well?
Straight up, I was already building 2 bikes for two friends / customers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was like not wasting any time. I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, let's do it. And who's gonna pay for my next, idea?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't. I mean, I had a lot of ideas, and I can't do them all on my budget. It's impossible.
So you felt like you're getting your ideas out through other.
Yeah, and honestly, I wasn't like it's not in a bad way. Like I'm gonna take your money and fucking waste it. It was like back then you can give me 20 grand to get $100,000 bike because I'm gonna you're giving me money. I'm gonna give you the best. I'm so flattered by it that I'm gonna give you the best thing I can. I still have the same mentality.
Yeah.
I still don't make money when I build bikes because I'm always like, oh, we have a budget. Let's go crazy and make the craziest thing ever. And then find myself 4 months later, broke as fuck, but the coolest bike.
That's what it takes. It's love of the game.
But I found my
love of the game.
I found my happy spot.
Yeah.
We sell swag on the internet.
Dude, we'll link his website down below.
Do you have like do you have a favorite bike that you've like built?
My favorite bike is my next bike.
Okay.
Yeah,
like that.
Or my one that I just recently finished, but I don't have a favorite one because I honestly like my favorite one. Thinking like 20 years ago was my favorite one. I look at it now and I'm like, how was that your favorite bike?
Yeah,
bruh. And now I'm like building.
Bro.
Now I just built the recent one and I'm all about it. And then I'm sure when the next one's finished, I'm not like this one was my favorite one, and now I'm looking at it like, damn, what were you thinking?
That's fire.
No, I know, but
That's
like
fire.
People love that.
But
bike.
I'm already but 3 people
gets photos.
But
man.
3 people already copied that, so I'm like I don't know. I feel like I'm copying them now or something. It's weird. Like when I see their bikes, I'm like, damn, you're a poser, dude. Someone already has one, even though they did it after me.
Dude, but it's like Gucci. There's a bunch of fake Gucci, but there's only one Gucci.
I know.
So there's that. But
true.
So you started over there. You came over here. You built this big fucking out of control thing.
And let's not blow it up. The garage it's still the same small little spot. I'm scared of big. I'm scared of going big. Big means big expenses. Means more bikes, more headaches, more clients, more idiots to deal with.
With this, the back, like this is a fucking.
Yeah, no, this is chill. If you see like some like people like I used to like go visit Jesse James's shop like in West Coast Choppers, and it was like huge.
Yeah, that shit was big.
20 employees.
Yeah.
To me, in my experience, every employee is more work for me. Yeah. Everyone that if I bring in, I can bring in 5 mechanics, 5 fabricators. We're killing it. None of them can do what I think, right? Because I don't even know what I want.
Yeah.
So it's like it's too much. So I like to keep it small, beloved,
family vibe.
Very what do you call it? Connected with personal, like each project.
Yeah.
I think I only I have 3 lifts in there because. Motorcycle lifts because each lift holds a bike, and I think that's about my capacity in my brain. Because you got to think of like paint schemes, exhaust pipes, wheels, and I'm not building cookie cutters. I'm not building like 6 of the same bike. Like some of these big.
Is that
shops.
what the cookie cutter is? Like just the same bike?
Well, it's a mold, and you just keep molding the same.
Okay.
That's like
the
cookie.
same fucking thing over. Okay. Yeah. So. Were you ever at?
Will you answer? See if he's
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
I have this guy's bike in there. I don't know if he's out there. You can tell him to come in or whatever.
Yeah. We love the intermission. West Coast Choppers. That was the one in Anaheim, right?
In Long Beach.
Long Beach. I remember it being.
I think the street was Anaheim actually, but it's in Long Beach.
It's in Long Beach.
Off of Anaheim.
What kind of bikes did they build? They built choppers as well. Like.
Jesse has his own style.
Okay.
Like West Coast Chopper bikes. One of the OG fucking shapes, like I was telling you, when he's gone, you're gonna know this is a West Coast. You're gonna know this Jesse built. Yeah. And another guy that actually inspired me was him. Like he was doing it, man, to the fullest, making his own frames, making his own fenders. Like you look up to someone like that. I try to be that.
Yeah.
Like nothing store bought. He branded. I mean, overly branded. Everything had his logo. Like I'm even like learn from that too. Don't overdo it with like you won't see my logo everywhere on the bike.
They had a show too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They had a few.
They had a TV
Monster
show.
Garage. You had another one. I forget.
I remember they did a lot of chrome and stuff, right? Was that
yeah.
it? Yeah. This shit
Which one was the show with the father and the
Orange County? It was called Orange County Choppers.
Orange County choppers? Yeah, Orange County. Oh yeah, no, I don't
That
know.
was the father-son
He's the
duo.
one with the handlebar.
No, it's called American Chopper, and the
Yeah.
shop was called Orange County.
Okay.
And
was the one
everyone
with
thought
the-
it was in Orange County, but it was actually New York
Oh,
or Jersey. or
Really?
Yeah, it's not in California.
What? Dude,
Yeah.
I thought they
I
were
was
Cali
today
guys.
years
Yeah.
old. I
Yeah.
was today years old. That's crazy.
Or maybe Florida guys.
So wait, what are the bikes up here? What are those called?
Well, there's this could be anything, but those handlebars are called ape hangers.
Ape hangers.
I love
Yeah.
those handlebars.
They're actually comfortable.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like them.
This guy wants to get that. He wants
Dude,
to do the
it just looks so badass.
But
the
I
whole
mean, you
thing.
could say Jesse had stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever do one like that?
Yeah, my first few bikes was just totally like big apes. Like the bigger the better. Go big or go home. It was like
yeah.
I'm actually gonna build one like that soon. I
Dude,
just
You
miss that
should,
shit.
dude.
That's
That shit's
badass.
fire.
It's just like very simple, but like the bars do it.
Did they ever throw
Yeah.
spinners on motorcycles? Was that ever a thing? No.
You know you wanna make it a
thing.
Not here.
Yeah, no. Okay, no spinners then. No spinners. But okay, when did you feel like? Okay, two questions. First one was, could you guys like? Why I asked about West Coast choppers? They didn't sell like. Did they sell Harleys in there? I feel like not that they made, but like Harley
only- no.
authorized shit. No,
No,
it was just all
only-
their stuff.
No, Jesse's very meticulous with his shit.
Wow.
Mm.
I mean, you wouldn't catch anyone else's bike in his shop. Everything in there was his. Everything in there was big dollar,
Yeah.
down to like the wheels, the sprockets, the fenders, the gas tanks. Everything was handmade. He had a whole like crew of fabricators, crew of mechanics.
Wow. Wow. Wait, side question, because I have ADHD and it just be like that. You said you don't have a favorite bike. Do you have a favorite city that you've gone to and ridden in, or what city do you feel like had the most motorcycle culture? I guess you could say it could be low. It could be in the United States. It could be out of. I would like to know
I'd
both.
say there's probably 3 equal ones because I just discovered Sturgis. That was my first time.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we all rode out there.
Then how many miles was that again?
6 of us. We did a total 3,800 miles.
Wow.
It's kind of what we clocked on our odometers, but we could have done it really quicker, a lot quicker. But we took the long route.
Yeah, that's dope. Days wise, how long did it take there?
I think we got there in 3 days.
Wow.
And then did 4 on the way back. We spent 3 days there.
Yeah.
And while we were there, we did some riding too, because when you get there, there's not much to do but ride around to like different spots.
That's
There's
dope.
like the Black Hills. There's give me some spots we went to, Jay. Mount Rushmore.
Oh wait, Mount Rushmore's
Deadwood.
Mount Rushmore's over there?
Yeah, that's right. It's
Did you know this?
It's all.
I didn't know that
It's
shit.
all the surrounding. Like,
Wait,
is
what
Crazy Horse a town? That was a town, or like just a little, like a little.
Rushmore.
is it?
That was
Where's
like a
Mount Rushmore,
neighborhood.
Mount
in
Rushmore.
Like
but it's all the same, right? They're just like little neighborhoods.
Side talk. Is it like Virginia?
Oh, really?
somewhere?
You feel very native when you go there. Like you feel the Native American.
Wait, what's
there.
that? What was that town called again? You said Crazy Horse. Why is that called Crazy? Why is it Crazy Horse?
Well, now I'm assuming because a horse did some peyote and got fucking crazy,
Crazy,
or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I don't. I mean, it's all native there. It's like a lot of
Sturgis is in what? Is in
Indian,
what?
territories there.
In what state is Sturgis in?
South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So you guys did go the real Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, it's like the Dakotas. It's like the
Okay.
Dakota.
I was so off Virginia.
He said Mount Rushmore was in Virginia.
I thought they were talking about going to California. I didn't know
Hey,
where Sturgis
don't feel
was.
bad because like before this trip, I was the same. I didn't know what the.
I just didn't know where Sturgis was. I thought we were talking like.
It's like
went
my
up
whole
north.
life of like, got like within around that place. Like I just never really went to the heart. I just was always like Texas,
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
Like I never got to like that
The
middle.
Dakotas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyoming, beautiful.
Okay.
Montana.
Wow.
We did. Give me some states. Dude, we did 10 states in 10 days.
Las Vegas. I mean, Nevada, the whole thing, right? I'm assuming. Like,
You said you went to Colorado, or was that the long way?
We took Colorado on the way back home. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fire.
And where
I
did we
love
stay
Colorado.
with the hot springs that night that we stayed in that? Where me and homeboy went fishing there.
A
I don't-
No.
A nice road trip.
Where
probably.
the $1
Yeah.
million road is.
Dude, but on a bike.
Silverton, Colorado.
I love
Beautiful
Colorado.
over there.
I love Colorado.
Dude, we saw the Amish.
Yeah. How's that?
Dude, how was that?
Crazy.
What were they? Were they riding horses?
Now it's the
Just going-
kids and they're like going to school and
In the city or like
Like we were going to get coffee in the morning, and they were like walking to school or something. It was crazy.
They have like their own schools though, right?
I'm assuming.
Because they don't.
Or were you
believe in
like
I
in
don't even,
there?
maybe they weren't going to school, but it looked like
Yeah.
it was like really early in the morning to go.
Because they don't.
So
they
they
don't
should
believe
be
in
going to
like
school.
It wasn't
having
Halloween,
like
so I know it was for real.
Yeah. Okay, so Sturgis being one of their favorites.
Well, the city of like where the bike show was.
Yeah.
Was very. I mean, I think the whole town is about Harley. Like I was telling people, like, does Harley Davidson own this town? Because it's like everywhere you look, it's a Harley and a guy wearing a Harley shirt and the guy looking like he's a Harley guy, and it like. And then the last place that I kind of can relate to that's similar was Daytona Beach when I went to Daytona Bike Week. Now there's another place, Laconia, that Jay's gone to. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Right. So they have these like bike rallies like in America, and it's a lot of them are on the East Coast. And I've only done Daytona, and then Sturgis, but we did go to Arizona Bike Week, which is a little closer to California. I've done that like in the beginning of my career. I was invited to a bike show. They're actually the Orange County Chopper guys were the the dad and the son show that you're talking about.
Yeah.
They were the main hit back then. And
He was the one with the broche, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Bro,
just always remember
I
them.
seen
'cause
him
they,
on
like-
TV. I'm
Yeah,
still new.
yeah,
No one
yeah,
knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
I built this crazy ass bike. And Mikey, the son, the kid
They
in the
had
show.
like a bad split at one point, right?
Yeah, they got. And I don't know the story,
Neither,
but
yeah, I just
I
remember the
love the
show.
dad, Paul Senior. He,
Yeah,
me
there
and him,
you go.
we talk on Instagram all the time. I met him in person, but he didn't know who I was back then.
Yeah.
And now we're friends on Instagram. Funny enough, how Instagram works. But he's always complimenting on my bikes,
Dope.
which
That's
is
dope.
like,
I remember
Yeah.
his stuff was badass.
you know.
His stuff was bad. His stuff was
So,
tight.
so what? Okay, so this is. I started Powerplant in 2002. In 2004, I was in Arizona Bike Week,
Wow.
and I brought a couple bikes. One was finished, beautiful paint. The other two was still in bare metal. They weren't even close to being done. But I'm like, fuck it, let's roll it, because I love to show like before
Process.
the paint's on, like before the painted finished product.
Make
is-
what it looks like.
so
yeah.
I bring it there, and the whole crew from the show, the two sons, the kid that works in the background you see on TV, they all came by the booth, and they were I fucking my bike up and down.
Nice.
And then they brought two more guys. They came back, and my buddy Rudy's there, and he's like, dude, those are those fucking from the show. They've been here already twice. And I'm like, oh, really? Dude, I was flattered. And they're like, who built this? And they're like, this guy right here. And they're like, dude, this is the kind of shit we want to be building. They build these like, what do they call them? Like, they call them these concept bikes, or they're not really practical for riding. They'll build like a bike for like Snap-on tools that looks like the Snap-on toolbox.
Yeah,
But they built
okay.
do you ever see their bikes? I don't know, like everything had to do with some concept. It's a concept bike, and so
Oh, I get it. So there's something attached to it, like an idea.
Imagine a Pokemon bike.
Yeah.
So the wheels have Pokemons on them, and it's corny,
You-
dude.
Oh wait,
Re-
no,
No, it's
don't,
not.
it was
do
corny,
that.
dude.
Okay, but you
Sorry.
could do a fire Pokemon
That's not why we
bike.
ride bikes.
But you could do a fire Pokemon, just a
If
tank.
I did a Pokemon bike, I wouldn't do it.
What?
I don't know.
Yes, you would.
I
Bro,
don't
with
do
this guy
concept bikes.
Gengar, dark purple, fucking yeah, dude, you could do a fire Pokemon.
Okay, but the way
We'll
that
convince them.
they
We'll
went
convince
about it, listen, I bet if they sat here in front of me, they'll tell you the same thing, because they told me that 20 years ago at my booth. They're like, this is the kind of shit that we wish we were building, But I get it. It's business. Right now, it's a business. If like someone came to me and said, build me the corniest thing, but I'm going to pay your bills for a year, I'll be like, fuck yeah. And a lot of the guys are going to be like, you're a sellout.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
Yeah,
I am. You're right.
yeah.
I'm cashing, he's selling out, but I'm cashing in, and
Yeah,
that's two ways like to look at it.
Yeah.
And I understand because I've done it. I had to do like recently. I built a electric bike for Don Tolliver. That took some arm twisting. I was like, no, it's going against everything. I was talking shit about these electric bikes,
electric
and now I'm
bikes?
building one.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna say no to $100,000, are you? So it was like one of those things,
Yeah, no, facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Sturgis is one of them. What about out of this? Who do you feel feels most like home outside of the United States?
Outside of the United States, Bali,
Bali.
yeah,
I was gonna-
Indonesia.
oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because they don't like, let's put it this way: a normal human, regular Joe Schmo, makes $10 a day.
Wow.
Okay, if that, and that's normal, and you don't need much more, because the food's all grown around you, the food that you eat, the things that you see, everything's resourceful. and it's not about money over there. It's so if they're into like the culture of motorcycles,
Because they're
they're
really.
really into it, and they'll work. Okay, if they want that bike, they obviously can't buy that fork. They can't buy that tank. They can't buy that motor. They'll make motor parts,
Wow.
one of a kind. Like this guy built a motor. I thought it was a Harley. He said, I made the cases. I made the cylinders. Like they're making everything that they want. And even with this day and age, with Instagram and all these like people selling shit that you can buy cheap and ship, they're still hand making everything. And I respect that so much. It's like they took it back 100 years before there was technology, and they make this shit by hand. And they're so meticulous with with what they have.
Mhm.
You know, they don't have the tools we have. So they're like using hand files, they're using hand saws.
Wow.
So everything just
Through
takes
metal?
Yeah. I have a
Wow.
bandsaw, and people now have water jets in their shops and laser cutters. And I'm still using I feel like a dinosaur using a bandsaw. But I go over there and they don't even have a bandsaw. They're using a cutoff wheel with a grinder cutting these intricate things. And I'm like, I've never seen a grinder used like this. I didn't even know you can do that with a grinder. So it's like
That's crazy.
they take it to the next level and they push it, dude. They push it hard. And I go there every year. And every year I just see these guys pushing it more and more. And the young kids too, man. I went there the first time to a bike show. And out here, listen, we show up. They're like, oh, guys, we got free barbecue here. Drinks are there. Da-da-da. They go over there, no shoes.
Wow.
Okay? They worked on this bike for a year. Day of the show is a judging day. Now here they tell us, your bikes have to run
Wow.
or you get disqualified. Half the bikes don't run. No one gets disqualified. I'm not going to name any shows, but I've done a lot of these bike shows. It's all just to get you hyped up, and it's all politics. Everything's like, this dude's okay. He can get away with this, but this guy can't. Out there, let me tell you something. I was standing there at the judging line, and it takes a whole day. They start at 8 a.m, and it's like till 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The show is the next day. So let's say the show is Saturday. Wow. So on the Friday of, you got to have your bike, and you got to stand next to it. When they tell you to start it, it's got to start. And then you got to do a little.
Because some people's bikes doesn't stay. I'm guessing this is a rule because some
Not
people's
only
bikes
that,
don't
but
start.
It's like the riding course is like, you got to go over there, do a U-turn. There's 10 cones. You got to go around the cones, stop at the line when he tells you, take off, get it to third gear, and then come back and stop on the line. And if the dude didn't do that properly, he's disqualified. So these kids were getting constantly disqualified. One kid's bike's leaking. His bike didn't start. It took him forever to start it out. And I'm telling my friend who runs the show, I'm like, you really gonna disqualify these kids? This kid's like 17, dude. Look at he's bummed. He's like, so what? I go, look at his face, dude. He's fucking worked on this for a year. His bike's running, but not perfect. He's like, this is how we train our youngsters. He's like, next year, that fucking kid's gonna build something better and he'll get it. And he goes, we can't possibly get all these bikes in the show. The show's indoors. So he's like, but they can show their bikes outside in the parking lot. He goes, they're not going home, but they're not in the show because, for instance, the guy didn't stop on the line at the line.
Disqualified.
Or he put his foot down or something.
Is this not how typical motorcycle shows are judged?
No. Here you show up with a fucking trailer queen. She looks pretty and she's in the show.
Yeah.
Half of them don't run. And if they run, they're not running good. And it's bullshit.
Wow.
It's fucking politics and all that.
Yeah, you should build a Bali bike, dude. Go to Bali and fucking.
Oh,
try to
dude,
start over.
I don't need to. They've already done it for me.
Really?
I went there and they call it the Powerplant Challenge. And they pick 10 kids. Check this out. They're like, Yaniv, when you get here, we have a special thing going on with you. I'm like, what's that? He goes, pick your favorite bike. I'm like, boom. At the time, it was my panhead that I built. I'm like, what are you doing with this? They're like, send us some photos. And they're like, these kids are going to replicate your bike. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, they're going to build your bike. I had no idea what that means. When I get there, there's a section roped off with fucking red rope. And there's 10 Powerplant versions or Indonesian versions of this panhead that I built here.
Wow.
And
you had to pick the best one.
And they all look like pretty damn good, close.
Yeah.
None of them were Harleys. You know, one is a 150cc like scooter motor. One's a Yamaha 500cc. One's a Honda. But the characters, the gas tank, I make this like spear on the gas tank. Exactly. the P16, the logos on the side, all of them had it.
Dude, that's
Dude,
so
and I'm sitting there
fire.
and I'm like, same thing, dude. I'm like, how can I pick one, dude? What about the other 9 that he's
Spent
like,
time
sorry,
on
bro,
it.
you can only pick one. And the winner gets to go with you to Japan. I was like, what? So then this kid wins. He doesn't speak English. I picked his bike because I thought he did the most amount of work. And then I'm going to Moon Eyes like in Japan, which is in December. This show's in October. We get to fucking Japan. I'm hanging out with this kid, and he's tagging along with me everywhere. Barely speaks English. He's from Indonesia,
Yeah.
and he won the fucking Powerplant challenge, and he
That's
gets to
so
go with me
dope,
to
bro.
Japan. And it was like, it's awesome. But what about the other 9? You know,
Yeah.
and they weren't even bummed. They're really happy that they got like
Got this opportunity
their
to do
bike
this.
is indoors in the indoors part of the show, not outside in the parking lot.
That's
And
so
it's like a
sick.
special, and it's a special show. Like it's.
I
Like,
mean, like I said,
to
dude,
them.
like if you're normal, you're making $5 to $10 a
that's
day.
awesome.
Like there's no, this isn't about money. This is
Yeah.
about like they got to meet their hero.
It's about
They got-
passion. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
that's one of the few times that I would truly
if
be
anyone
honored.
out there
Yeah.
ever gets a chance to go to Indonesia, man, like during like a motorcycle rally or something, and let's just mention that their roads are not like our roads. Like there's not like a
Oh,
paved
it's
road.
bumpy roads.
And Indonesia's
Bumpy
huge,
roads.
huge, and it's
You-
all islands. So you know,
Dude.
it's just like I think they said there's like over 1,200 languages in like versions of Indonesian languages.
What the-
I mean, I know Bali and I know a couple little of the islands, but there's like 1,200 of them, and they come from all those 1,200 on little boats, and they ride through jungles to get to the show. And so
They go
half of
through
them have
boats
already
with
spent a
bikes?
week on the road, kind of like how we went to Sturgis.
Dude, that's a
but through
good
jungles.
observation.
And they don't have shit. Like,
Wait, they take the
they
bike
can't stop
through-
at a dealer and get a new inner tube. They're taking this tube out with a fucking mouth and fucking patching it. Like crazy shit. I'm in the parking lot. This guy's got his whole motor apart, and he's cutting cardboard with little fucking, not even scissors, like these little, like army
tweezers
Swiss
almost,
knife.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making a gasket out of a beer. Like imagine like a beer carton.
Yeah.
He's got it all flat and he's drawing it with a fucking pencil, and they're just cutting the fucking gasket.
Out of car.
And it worked. Didn't leak. You can make he was making a primary gasket for a Sportster
Imagine giving
Bro,
that person
the
with a
engine-
piece of cardboard.
Dude, the ingenuity behind that is fucking insane, dude.
Then I'm like, I love engraving, and I'm into the engraving thing, and my friend grabs me, he's like, dude, you gotta come out here. And this dude's there, no shoes, bare fucking feet, like fucking hands, like claws, right? Holding a fork with a nail this big, regular wood nail that he sharpened into an engraver, and with a hammer. And he's beautiful floral design on fork legs, holding it with his fucking feet with no shoes. I have videos of this shit. I'm not fucking kidding. And I go, can I see your engraver? It's a fucking nail, dude. I was like, God damn it, dude.
And here I am. with
And I'm
the
like
little-
spending thousands of dollars on engravers and all this fancy fucking optical shit. And this guy's just sitting there like nobody's business, dude. It's
fucking with his feet. With his,
best.
dude. So I'm guessing Japan is a close second as far as like the culture of motorcycles.
it's hard to say, man. They're so like,
Yeah.
because Japan's on a different level. That's like,
They got the bread and everything. Yeah.
yeah, but it's on the same scale of like, it seems like money is no object. It's like passion first, you know, then like coolness, and then like whatever, and then like, you know, money's like down here. Like it's not it's not
That's
money
dope.
driven like everything here. And I can't even get into that. It's like, it's sad,
Yeah.
but it's just motorcycle shit.
It's the way. Do you
And
feel
I'm
like?
glad I think that's also what separates me from a lot of people, is that I travel to those places, and I'm not just going there to like, oh, go sell my t-shirt, stand at the booth, fucking take photos with people. I go there because after the show's over, I'm like, I meet all these cats, and I'm like, I'm going to your shop after the show, because I always stay extra week. And they're like, I'm going to your shop. And we're driving down the street, and like, literally there's a guy on the sidewalk. He makes motorcycle seats, like like he does the leather work. On the side, I'm telling my taxi, pull over. And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna go. And like, what's? I'm like, the guy's making seats right there, like dope ass motorcycle seats. He's like, yeah, it's everywhere. So their shops are like these little kiosks with like their door open, and one guy makes seats, one guy does wheels, one guy rebuilds motors right there on the street. There's no shop. I was like, where's the shop? No, this is the shop. It's like a taco truck, but it's a workshop for a motorcycle.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
that's
It's insane, dude.
sick.
Um,
And
That's so
once
sick. No
again, dude, no
excuse.
shoes, sitting there and just stitching fucking leather seats. Because, people got a seat that's ripped or they need more foam and they just do it so quick. It's like, over here, it's like you got to wait a month and they do it on the spot, dude, while you wait. It's like,
that's fucking.
I can't even explain it. And that's just in the motorcycle world. I'm sure if you got into like different things, there's also like skateboarding and, surfing there. There's
Yeah.
good waves. So people come from all over the world. And it's the same thing. The guy that's shaping surfboards there, the guy that's skating there doesn't have what we have here. So, a set of old bent Indy trucks, how about this? I gave some of my vans, my used vans, and they're like on the ground bowing down to me. I was like, dude,
Wow.
just keep them, bro. Like,
That's
because they can't get vans there.
And here we are, fucking.
Annoyed about the
I came with
price.
a full
Yeah.
suitcase, right? And I gave the shirt off my back. Our last T-shirt was like the ones I wore were like fucking. I was gonna throw them in the trash because I was literally. It's so hot there and sweaty, and I was gonna throw. How about this? I threw away my socks because they were fucking old, and they're like probably like Vans or like Stance or something. And the dude pulled them out. He's like, "Dude, do not throw those away. I'm gonna keep them." They'll reuse everything. They'll repurpose it. And so when I left, I'm like, well, shit, I got so many souvenirs. I'm like, I can't take all this home. So I started giving him my shoes and this and that. And like, I'll come a year later. And now I'm at this guy's mom's house at a wedding because I gave him shoes a year before. And it's amazing, dude. It's like,
Oh, that's awesome.
it makes you really appreciate what we have here and not take it for granted.
Yeah. So sometimes.
If I wanted to punish someone and like, because they're like, even my own child, if he was like too spoiled, I'd bring him there and like, you stay here for 1 week.
That's how they live.
And see how they live. And tell me you're fucking not finishing your fucking dinner.
Facts.
After I just bought you one thing, you didn't want it. I bought you another thing because you didn't like the first thing. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Those fuckers are eating the bone off the fucking chicken, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's facts, dude. That's crazy. And do you fly a bike out there when you do the show?
Unfortunately, to Japan, yes, because there's a whole setup and they have like a whole thing. Like, one time I brought a bike there and someone wanted to buy it. And they're like, that's cool. You can sell your bike, but it still has to come back to America. And then, because it's for exhibition only, so it has to return. And crazy laws, like I can't ride it on the street. It's for exhibition only. So Japan has it set up like that. But all the other countries are so poor, they can barely afford. They buy me a ticket there, and I feel bad. Like I'm like, it's probably like, $1,000 ticket to them is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The way I go to Indonesia, though, is we're sponsored. They do have a huge tobacco industry there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could still advertise cigarettes everywhere. Like, we can't do that here, but there's still billboards for cigarettes.
Wow.
So there's a company called Suryonation, which is like the Marlboro of Indonesia. And that company would buy my ticket off cigarette money. So when I get there, I'm like sponsored by a cigarette company. That's how I make my way to Indonesia.
And the show's what, every October, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going this year?
I can't because I'm going to Spain
Oh.
for a bike show. And I'd never.
Are you taking a bike there?
Not
to Spain?
No bike.
No, okay.
I'll probably get there and there'll be like a giant, like full size picture of my bike there. Because that's what they usually do. Like, well, what's your latest and greatest? You send them a photo and they'll have like a big, like cutout banner of the bike itself because they can't have the bike there. But it's just as good.
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna do that in Spain, but I'm saying I've been to shows where like they can't afford the bike to go there. So
yeah, is this your first time doing the Spain show?
yeah, I've never been. I've been to Barcelona and the airport for a connecting flight for like 6 hours, but I never stepped foot outside the
How long
airport.
are you going for?
Well, the show's only 2 days, so I can just go for 2 days.
Like a week, man.
But I'm gonna stay a week or
Yeah,
maybe
10
8 days. We'll
days,
see
yeah.
how I can get. Yeah,
I think 10 days is a good
because
vacation.
they got stuff planned. There's always like a ride, go visit some people's shops. Our buddy Norman Reedus, he's on the Walking Dead show.
Yeah.
He actually lives there right now. He's doing a.
Is he a Harley guy as well?
Oh, he's a Harley guy. He's got
Good
two
to
in the
know.
shop right now,
Hell
and a
yeah.
couple all over America. He's got bikes everywhere.
That's dope.
More than a handful that I've built
Yeah.
are his bikes. But he's living in Barcelona right now, and so he's like, "Yeah, get over here. We got bikes. We're gonna go for a ride." So
That's dope.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, do you ever get to ride? Like,
yeah,
when
I
you're
try to
out here?
put like some seat time on every country that I could say I like been on a bike in every country.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's
Try to
dope.
get a tattoo while I'm there. Like always, like that's my souvenirs. Like did a
Hell
few
yeah.
miles. you know, I could say that like some countries I didn't get to ride as much as I'd like, but I for sure ride a motorcycle. When I was in Thailand, they're like, "You're riding in." I'm like, "Whose bike?" They're like, "Just pick one."
What was the sketchiest ride?
Sketchiest was probably Bali and Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Switzerland,
Yeah,
I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I didn't see
Switzerland in the Alps, yeah,
Oh,
freezing and snow and
Oh.
coming in on
black ice, huh? Black ice.
hairpin turns and
Yeah,
and I'm unfamiliar. And you're on the opposite side of the street. That's another thing. You ride on the opposite side of the street, so you got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Bali is just.
How about this? We go to Bali, right? It's like in Indonesia too, just in general. If there's space, it's so packed. If there's space, you're in that space. If you have to go on a sidewalk, you're going on a sidewalk. No one's stopping, and no one gets mad, and the cops don't get mad. It's part of nature. There's only 2-lane roads, very narrow. The cars are very small.
I feel like this is like India. They do this as well.
It's just probably about the same,
Yeah.
but a lot cleaner and nicer and smells better.
Yeah, Bali.
Cut that out too.
Yeah, Bali. I feel like would be a sketchy ride for sure. Just
So and these dudes just drink all day,
Damn.
and so we're just blitzed, and we're riding, and I'm gonna call myself a tourist because I'm new.
Yeah.
I have no idea where I'm going.
Oh wait, give me a second. Pause. So it's crazy. I don't even remember what we were talking about anymore. But we were talking about Bali. Dude, your boy calls. That's dope.
Yeah, because
he
he just
could
woke
feel
up
it.
now.
He felt
so-
the vibes.
He felt the vibes.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, he was telling me like I was getting messages. He goes, 2 more people came by today. Looking, they thought you were here. No, he goes, every 10 minutes I have to tell people, no, Yaniv's not here.
at the show or just
At his booth because like him and I work together. Like when I'm there, like he makes shirts for me. I don't have to carry it over there because if they catch you with like, if I show up at the airport with 200 shirts and they catch me, it's like, oh, really? Okay, so they go on your website. They did this to some guy already, and he tried to show up with like a bunch of gear for sale, and you can't do that. You got to pay tax. So he's like, oh, these are giveaways. He's like, oh, giveaways? Okay, and they go on the site and like, this shirt's on your website for sale. So they go, oh, you're selling in the States for $40? Okay, so that's this much rupiah. You got to pay this much tax.
tax?
So I stopped doing that. I just hook up with my boy. He's got a whole clothing brand. He makes shirts, socks, whatever. So he just makes all my shit for me. I design it here, and when I get there, it's there, and I give him his cut. And it costs like pennies to the dollar over there, you know?
Really? Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I get all my stickers made there because they're like 2 cents each, you know?
yeah.
Like, here, a sticker's like $1, you know?
So crazy. But he said, what was the show? The show just passed? There was
Yeah,
another
it
show
was
that
like
just
this
passed?
past weekend. It was called Custom War.
Custom War. And that's the one you were telling me, the judges and that they judge the bikes?
I judge bikes there too, but I mean, that's one of them. But
What's what do they win? Just a trophy or some cash? Or
the bikes, the
like the best bike in the show.
Oh, okay. So there's different classes, right? There'll be like chopper, like best panhead, best knucklehead, best foreign bike, best this. So like they'll have different judges. So I don't know. Every year is different. Like last year it was like pick your favorite panhead. So I would go around the whole show. This year there's 400 bikes. I would have had to look through 400 bikes and pick my favorite one.
Wow.
Which is really hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And then they're on your ass too. Like they'll follow me all day, like till I pick the bike, because I try to escape and like go hang out with the boys and
The contestants are just
Mr.
like,
Yaniv, please fill out the application. It's a whole thing. Like, why do you pick this bike? Like, judge it on. You know, it's like they want that shit done. And I'm over here. I get stopped every second. Like, it's a whole. I feel like a celebrity over there. weird.
Just move to Bali, dude. Fuck
Oh, I
the
would
state.
too in a minute. I could take what I got in my bank right now and live for the rest of my life.
Yeah. What's the conversion?
His mom owns all these, like, they own land there. So she offered me like a house. They're building like 5 houses in the property around the rice fields. Like, I mean, it's just lands. It's all green. And she's like, you can have one of those houses right there. $150,000. It's got a pool, jacuzzi, upstairs, downstairs. It's brand new. And really nice. Ubud is like the nice place in Bali. It's like where all the yoga people from around the world go there to like study yoga. And basically you own it for a lifetime. So when you're dead, it belongs to them, but it's yours for a lifetime.
Wow. Is Bali like it's in Indonesia. Is it the most city?
It's the most, so in Indonesia, it's 80%, 90% Muslim.
Okay.
In Bali, they're Hindu.
Oh.
and like you can't eat pork anywhere in Indonesia. It's forbidden. But in Bali, it's it's tradition that they eat pork. So like, it just goes to show you they're tattooed.
The rebels.
They drink.
Yeah,
There's like you know.
That's what you want.
They
That's what
pray
I
to a
would
different
want.
god.
Yeah.
They're not Muslim.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the
Yeah,
the pork thing that it's forbidden. Like
That's
wild.
throughout the whole country.
Yeah.
I know. We're over there. Like, can we get? You can't. You guys, you're stuck with fucking shitty beef.
How's the food? Is the food good?
In Bali?
Yeah.
Love the food.
Really? What's their dish?
In
What's
Indonesia, like Jakarta and all those other places. Their dish is my favorite is like this. You get it on the street. It's called nasi campur. It's these little pockets. It's a banana leaf wrapped like a cone. It's the shape of a cone. They actually make the banana leaf into a cone. They staple it with a staple. You have to. One time I almost got the staple in there, like, and then they roll it into a cone and they pack the rice, and then they have all these different sides, like little peanut, like I don't even know the veggies, but it's like spinach, like, and then some meat. Like you pick the meat, a couple skewers with chicken. They stick it all in there. And it's nasi campur is like nasi is rice. Campur means mix, so it's a mix, and it's street food. It's like getting a taco, but you pick.
Yeah,
I want this, and they throw it on top of this cone, and then when you get to where you're gonna eat it, you undo the banana leaf, and it's a round plate. It becomes a round plate, and with a mound of rice and all this, and you eat with your hands. There's no chopsticks, no forks. You just eat with your hands.
Is this like everybody thing eats with that?
In Bali? Yeah, it's like going to get tacos.
Yeah.
Nasi campur.
Wow.
My ex was Indonesian, and there was like this sauce that they would put on like chicken, bro, that was just so fire. It was like a tangy, like almost like a teriyaki type, but just different fire.
Yeah, it's I just forgot the name of the sauce, but I know exactly what sauce it is.
Yeah. No, that shit, I still think about it. Like,
sambal. It's called sambal.
It might be
Sambal. SEMBAL.
Dude, he said there was 30,000 people night 2 with 1,000 people.
Jesus
Dude, that's as big as
Christ.
we WWE guys. That's as big as
And that's
WWE.
the thing too, is a
event.
disappointment. They don't give a fuck. I'm like, you're gonna let 1,000 people stand there for 2 days and not gonna let them in? Nope, not gonna let them in.
Yeah, that's great.
And they don't break down the walls like they would do here. They're cool.
Yeah.
They'll go back 600 miles wherever they came from and not even sweat it. They're so normal. They don't get mad. No one screams at each other on the street. They're Hindu, man. They like, it's peaceful.
Yeah.
People go there to practice yoga and
I was
meditate.
about to say that. That's crazy. Bro.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Dude, it
I
makes
didn't
me want to
know.
go to Bali and
They're
try their
like,
coffee, honestly.
Thank you, sir. Fuck you. Thank you.
I
Bow down to you.
I really want to try their coffee.
That's why my tattoo, when we go there, we have this thing, fuck you, fuck me, because we came from California. And I don't know if you saw, I have a tattoo named fuck you, fuck me. I put it on my sunglasses right here. It says fuck you, fuck me. Is because it's like, I'm like, we come there, like as Americans, the first time I met this guy, Tiggy, I was with Rick Chernosky, my friend Rick. He was filming the show because I was filming a reality show when I was going there first time. I got sent with a crew.
Did it get released?
No, but I have like all the footage, and we want to do like a 2-hour movie now with it.
Dude, you should
And do a premiere here at the shop.
Bro.
That's what my friend wants to do with the footage. But he got paid by a network to do it, but they never picked it up. So it was for a sizzle for like a network. And they're like, you going to Indonesia? We're going to send a film crew with you. And they couldn't get a film crew in time. And so I was like, I got this guy, Rick. He films skate movies and some pretty good. He's a good filmer and editor. So they paid him to go with me. So we did so much in those 6 days, like surfing. I went fishing, but a local boat. It's like made out of bamboo. And you're in the middle of the ocean. This thing falls apart. You're fucked. But they don't give a fuck. So we're out there, doing all like with the cockfights.
The boat's made of bamboo?
Yeah, they're handmade. Everything's handmade.
Fuck yeah.
Would you trust the bamboo boat, man?
Oh,
I'd be
dude, they're 100-something years old.
Really?
Yeah, and they work.
I feel like the more mileage, the better.
You know what it is? It's slim. It's very slim like this, but they got these rudders. They come out.
What they got?
Wait, how do you fish?
And they just have a piece of bamboo. And so it tilts, so it touches the bamboo and goes back this way. So it always stays straight. And it's just tied with a rope.
How do you fish though? With a rod, like it's a normal.
You stand up and this thing's like
with the bamboo rod.
Yeah, no, like the fishing. Like how does that?
Oh, well, this first year I used their shit. The second time I came there, I brought reels from here and gave them all fishing reels because I'm like, these are my boys. They took me fishing. I got to give them. And they're like, yeah, Shimano.
Do you make it
so when I go there now, there's like real fishing rods and shit there. Like good shit. But my homies, honestly, him and his family, they're all rich. Like they're Bali rich.
Yeah.
You know?
I bet that's a stupid amount
They
of money.
they own
That has to be
they
a
own
stupid
like
amount of
all the hotels. They own like all the restaurants.
Man, that's dope.
So
They
so
also
what's the meaning behind the fuck you, fuck me?
So we're like American, like we're like Americans. They're like me and three of my boys. We're like fuck, and they're like they're like fuck you. By the time we left there, because we always like would take a picture. We're like fuck you,
Yeah.
and then my friend Rick's like fuck you, no fuck me, because they run the yin yang and the swastika. They have you think it's a swastika, but it's reversed.
tilted. Yeah,
It's
like-
actually it's a Hindu. Way before Hitler used it, it was Hindu, and it means balance. That's the sign of balance of good and bad.
Yeah.
And the yin yang is the same thing. So
Is that a Hindu thing?
so
the
we
yin
did a
yang?
fuck you, fuck me, like a thing, and we just started doing this to the camera. And the next thing you know, they're like, "Hey, we want you to tattoo it on me." So I go to my friend's shop, and I'm like, "Like me?" They're like, "Yeah, like tattoo." So I started tattooing him, and then we all started tattooing each other. Fuck you, fuck me, and I still have it.
That's fucking
But
sick.
that was
The
like
words, just the words.
Yeah, it's like fuck you, and then fuck me upside down, like a yin
Damn,
yang.
that's dope. That's dope.
And so that
I
was
like
it.
that.
So it got stuck. That's our
See me with the tattoo.
our slogan now.
Is that want to be one of the boys, dude?
But the way they say it, we fuck with them because like fuck you, fuck me, because they're like
That's
like-
great. That's great.
That's
Do you make it a
awesome.
point to fish on every trip? Dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to.
Fish is your thing, huh?
So fishing and at least getting some seat time.
Some seat time.
Seat time, yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking. I try to cook too when I'm there.
Okay.
Like
Hell
if I
yeah.
see someone cooking, I'm like, scoot over, let me fuck with this. Because I want to bring that back home, you know? I
Dude,
wanna
if people
bring the
don't know,
flavors.
Yuneeb's a hell of a cook. Like
Yes.
the guy could really cook.
You haven't even tried all.
Dude.
You had like my schnitzel.
Dude, what I had that day was,
Okay.
yeah, it was good.
So I brought like recipes from there. I asked my friend Tiggy's mom, like, you gotta so she would write it down. And then she has all these beautiful plants, so she went and clipped them all. It's illegal to bring like plants back from another country, but like I have in my yard a plumeria from Bali.
What's that? What's a plant?
They come in different colors. There's yellow and there's pink colors.
It's a plant though?
Yeah, they're usually very tropical. They live like they need like lots of like humidity, so it doesn't really work well in my yard. Like maybe once in a while I get a flower out of it, but like there's plumerias in California, but Bali is everywhere. That's their flower. You see, like when you get at the airport, you'll get like flowers like in a necklace. Those are plumerias.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it's like just when you think you've seen it all, you'll see some weird green color and pink, and they fuck with them too. They like I forget what they call it, but they mix two plants in one. Like they're very into like
Clone? Like
it's not a clone. It's there's a name for it when they basically take two plants and then merge them together, and so they do that a lot.
okay.
And they're into bonsai a lot.
Dude, bonsai trees, those are the shit.
They're
dude.
beautiful.
Dude, I went to a museum.
His uncle. Sorry to cut you
No,
off.
no, it's okay.
He's got one bonsai tree worth $500,000. He went to
Wow.
Japan and into an auction and bid, and I'm like, out of all this shit you Indonesians could fucking be buying with $500,000, you went and bought a fucking bonsai tree.
How old was it?
Wait
Did
till
you know?
see it really old,
Yeah.
and I guess
Beautiful.
anything can be in bonsai. You can take that and make it into a bonsai.
Huh.
Bonsai is not an actual. I always thought it was an actual type of.
Oh, it's not.
It's it's
Mr.
taking a
Miyagi made
plant
it sound
and
like it
fucking
was.
forming it in the shape of
Oh.
art that you want. Like theirs will go like one direction, and it's like with metal wires. They cut, crack it, and they heal it back up so it grows. So you have all these breaks in this. That's bonsai. It's an art. It's not the actual
I did
type
not
of
know
plant that it is.
Oh, I did not know that
yeah.
either.
He's like, oh, this is just a fucking, I forget. It's just a regular, but it's bonsai because it's miniature. It stays small. They do a lot of weird morph shit to it.
Dude, then that says a lot about the age too, because these shits be 400, 500 years old, and then it's like it's been broken and healed.
You go in
and
his
fucking-
yard and it's just bonsais. Like from this
That's
one's from
so
Japan, this
dope.
one's from this place, and
When
That's
you got
so
it, you just
When you got it, you just like
but he
fucking
went and
fill a
mastered it.
yard
His
of
uncle went like because he can. He went to Japan for 2 years or whatever and learned how to do bonsai trees.
That's
And
so.
so now he
fucking
makes his own in Bali.
wow.
That's so
You
fucking.
see me fucking-
Wait, how'd
Yeah,
you get
one
it?
day we'll go through my phone. I have all this shit on
And I would
video,
love-
dude. Like crazy.
I would love. How'd you get into fishing though? How'd you
Oh,
realize
since I
that?
was a young boy, man. Like
Really?
we had like I'm weird. Like I don't like to be around like too. Like it's always like a thing to go do by yourself. Like I always go and just fish.
Yeah.
As a kid, I would do it. Like after school, I would go. We had a lake in the back of our house. I lived at the time in Virginia,
Oh,
and so
is that where you were born as
I
well?
was born in Israel.
Oh, okay.
And even in Israel, we had this big park, and I always fucking go fishing. But
How
I
old were
took,
you when
like-
you came over from Israel?
I was 8 or 9.
Okay.
Then we moved to Virginia. Then I moved to Florida for a couple years, and then we moved to California in 1989.
How old were you when you got here?
13.
13. Okay, so yeah,
Perfect time.
yeah, this is home. This is
Yeah.
home. This is
Oh
what.
yeah, I came from Florida where like we roll up in the front yard and just toss our bike or our skateboard and walk in the house, and it's there the next day, and the house is open. Your neighbors can just come in.
Yeah.
I'm at my homie's house. We sleep over. Mom, I'm sleeping over here. And I moved to California. First day, I leave my bike out, stolen.
Gone.
And the neighbor's like, I don't know where you're from, but like, why'd you leave your bike like that? Like, okay, learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Just shit like that. It's like
Did you come to Did you come around here? Did you go to Venice?
Pico Robertson was where I first lived.
Okay.
West Side. I went to like Palms. You know Palms area?
Yeah.
Like between Venice and West LA is like Palms area. That's where I went to school, Palms Junior.
Do you remember like your first like fond memory of like LA when you got here?
Yes. Creased Dickies, white t-shirt, Cholo, 18th Street, Carnales gang. Those are like the first homies I had to make friends with people, and those are like my first friends. Like, was my homie.
Was that a culture shock for you?
A little bit, but it was right up my alley because of music. Because I was always into certain. I was back then. I was listening to Metallica, Megadeth, Misfits, and I had these two friends that are into the same music. They just happened to be one of them was from 18th Street. Yeah. His whole family was from 18th Street. It was a big gang.
Yeah.
And my homie Miguel, and so I was just, next thing. I mean, you have to fit in.
Yeah.
Or you get picked on. It's junior high school.
Yeah.
And you can't be you're either like a Hesher, I think they called us, like you're like into like heavy metal, or you're into like skateboarding and Cholo shit.
Yeah, one or the other.
Or you're a Crip, but I'm not black, so it's very racist. Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, so
I wasn't with the white boys,
Yeah. And you got here what, like the 80s, 90s? When was this?
Like 89 is when I moved here.
89. That's such a
time.
nice
Pico
time.
Robertson, like
What
that's
a time.
That's such a nice time.
I was like, what does all this graffiti mean? I thought it was like art, but it wasn't very art, like it was very shitty. And I was like, oh, that's a gang. And then later I realized, oh, those are gangs. And if you're not part of that, you might get fucked with. So I had to like get into it too.
Yeah.
And then I was really good at drawing, so I was tattooing in junior high school with like a needle.
No shit.
Yeah, I did one of my friends' finger, and everyone found out I did it. And I was like literally doing
the finger
class.
tats.
I was doing finger tats in junior high
Damn,
school.
that's
What a
dope.
hustle.
What a hustle. What a hustle.
I had the good script.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's one thing I always did is I love to draw and doodle.
There's humans out there that look at their like finger and like, yeah.
I feel sorry for whoever I did their fingers. I did my own shit too, but
Hell yeah.
How'd you get into the swag, dude?
what's swag?
Like you set it up, copied you. You said we sell swag online.
Oh, swag like gear.
Yeah.
Okay, how did I get into
how'd you get
making gear?
Yeah, making it. Like,
oh, sorry, I didn't.
did it come along with the brand? Like in the beginning?
Powerplant was like a motorcycle brand, and then if you learn to hustle, like you got to make something.
Yeah, Harley does tees too.
Because I'm gonna work 3 or 4 months on a bike. Well, how do you pay bills during that time? You know.
Yeah.
And so
swag.
Swag.
Honestly, like
swag.
the first time I saw like what it potentially it can do was when I was friends with Jesse James, and I used to go to West Coast Choppers, and he had at some point when it blew up when he had the TV show, people were like lined up outside his shop because he had a little kiosk, like a little T-shirt shop.
Got it.
But you can't go anywhere else. You couldn't go in the garage. You couldn't go. And my friend Jen, until today, she's my homegirl. She ran all his merch. And I'm like, can I get a T-shirt? And it was like, oh, we just sold out this. I'm like, fuck. But honestly, it wasn't in my brain to like start a brand to do that. I'm still a motorcycle brand.
Yeah.
The problem with that is a lot of people can't afford your bike. A lot of people can't afford for even to have a bike.
Yeah.
But they can't afford something to
attached to the
brand.
name. Yeah.
And it was like the first time I made a shirt was probably like a dozen. And it was for us to wear. It wasn't for like to sell. It was for me, the guys hanging out, we go riding, you want to put it on the back, you know? And so the first time I can say I can remember that something happened with that was these Italian guys came in and they're like, do you sell the shirt you're wearing? And I'm like, no.
It's like an employee.
It's just for us. It's not for sale. Yeah. And they're like, can you sell me the shirt? And I was like, the one I'm wearing? He's like, yeah, I'm going back to Italy. I want to bring something back with me. And I was like, I got one for you, but it's already washed. And I sold him a used shirt.
Wow, that guy fucking.
And dude, I swear to God,
as a collectible.
I swear to God, I still know this guy. And when I was in Italy a few years ago, He showed me a picture of his garage. The shirt's still hanging in his fucking
Fuck
garage.
yeah.
One of my
That's
first
dope.
t-shirts
Bro.
in Italy.
Earlier, I wanted to tell you, like on Monday, this guy from Guatemala came in. He was looking in our store.
He came by yesterday.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Because he was like, I came all the way from Guatemala. I just want a shirt. Like, I just want to see the
That's
shop.
dope, dude.
Like,
So you
I
want to
thought
trip
that,
out?
yeah.
I went to Supreme yesterday with my friend Brian
Yeah.
to pick up a backpack for my son.
Uh-huh.
And we came back and we parked up there at his tattoo shop. And I'm with that brown bike I'm riding. And it's not even like, okay, whatever. It's a cool bike, but it's not like my favorite. I didn't know it's weird. So Bowles called, my friend Brian's like, dude, this dude like knows it's a Powerplant bike. He's outside. He's like, I know that's a Powerplant bike. And he kind of tripped out that the guy was like standing there.
And that he knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of tripped too because I was like, how
Probably
does
the same guy.
Yeah.
no, it is the same guy. Now that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
No,
crazy.
that guy, yeah,
Was-
like he was.
Was the name always Powerplant?
Yeah.
From the beginning, that was the first name you came up with?
Yeah. I didn't even know what to call it. I was
You
like,
never had a garage.
I didn't want to be biased towards like Harleys because I did like Triumphs a lot back then.
Yeah.
I still do. I just don't own any right now because I feel like there's like it's a very small niche
Yeah.
for Triumphs, but I wanted something that represents all motorcycles, like Indian, Harley, Triumph, BSA, Norton, like all the cool shit back then, right? So I was like sitting on the shitter one day and I'm going through magazines and they always refer to motors as power plant, like the size of the power plant, like with the 1200 cc power plant or 11, they were
That's
like,
the engine. In
they never
specific.
really said the word engine or motor.
They
It
said,
was the power plant, the source of power. And I was like, I like that name. And I trademarked it. Well, I didn't even know anything. And I'm so glad I did because until today, I'm fucking trademarked.
Good.
And I bet a lot of people want to use that name.
yeah, that's dope, dude. That's dope.
That's
I'm
so
glad
fire.
you didn't go through a whack phase because we went through like a lot of like not that it ever released, but it was like finding a name.
Oh,
you
later
know?
on, I came up with some cooler shit, but I was like, it's kind of stuck now, so we can't really do it.
Yeah, no. Power Plant is cool. 2 questions. One was Harley. You said you named a lot of brands and shit. Were they ever like the last place guys, like the guys like, or was Harley always the shit to get? Like, was there ever a time that Triumph was doing better than them?
I mean, maybe internally, like between like brands, I think like in the 70s, like Triumph was like doing really well in America because they're affordable and they made a smaller bike. When Harley was just big, always. The bikes were big. And Triumph made like a 650, 500 Cub, like more for like a college kid to own or a younger person to like have a motorcycle. And so Harley had to compete with that, and they came up with the Ironhead, with the Sportster, which is like the smallest. I think the smallest one they made was probably, correct me if I'm wrong, 750 cc. And Triumph, being British bikes, they had to. Everything's on the opposite side.
Oh,
They put the shifting. It's on the opposite side. So when you shift now on a Triumph, you're shifting on the right side. All Harleys, you shift on the left side. That's how you shift gears.
Yeah.
They're on the opposite. So to the point where Harley made this model with the shifter on the right side to compete with them because they wanted to keep that business in America.
And now the shifter's on the right side, or is it on the
They
left?
went back to the other
They
side.
went back to the left.
Wow.
Damn,
the
that's
more
fuck
you
people
find
up.
out.
The
like,
more you know,
find
dude.
out.
Motorcycles are crazy.
Oh,
bro.
and then Indian had the throttle. All throttles are here. Indian's throttle was here on this side.
I feel like that'd be weird.
It's weird, but they had to do something different. I don't know if it was like illegal.
Shoot.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
is
know
that really?
Wow.
So Jay just said that.
Jay just said that they had the throttle on the left so you could shoot with the right, which I believe, bro.
Wild Wild West out there.
Dude, there was a time
I
where
mean, dude, we're talking about 1920s.
Yeah.
Maybe
was
even the teens, like
gangsters on those
11. Like
bikes,
1911
bro.
was, And what's Harley? 1903 or 19? Yeah. So
That's
Harley
the-
started
that's-
1903. So yeah, I believe that shit.
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy.
A whole different world out there, especially after this Sturgis trip. I'm like, fuck, there's so much more culture than I've been in the game 20 plus years, and there's unbelievable. Like, dude, people are all about it, dude.
I
had no idea.
Sturgis, really? Yeah. I feel like,
Just to middle America,
yeah, but
like to the point where like,
yeah,
like the
literally,
shit
man.
that was coming out of people's mouths too. I was like, fuck, dude, y'all living in the past over crazy shit
It's
out
crazy.
there.
It's
dude.
crazy. Side comment. I feel like I don't know if did the motorcycle thing. Why was it like a bad guy thing, you know, like a tough guy thing.
Well, it
Like-
wasn't. It was the 1%er they consider the bad guy. 1% of the population that ride Harleys are the bad guys. That's kind of where that 1% came from.
Okay.
And the rest of them are squares,
Okay.
apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. So is that what 1% means?
Yeah, it's an outlaw. Guy doesn't follow the law. Usually will ride anywhere at any time. No rules, no fucking whatever. Drugs, bitches,
Hell yeah.
fucking
My kind of guy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
guns,
just kidding.
fights, whatever. That's an
Damn.
outlaw.
They're
That's
down.
a 1%er. And it's funny, but like there's a real thing behind it where like if you're wearing that shit or you talk like that, you better be fucking about it.
Yeah.
And until today, maybe out here in LA or whatever, a lot of this shit it still exists. But when you're out there, it's a different kind of person. It's different.
Yeah. What? Yeah. That the
It's
more.
like you're in that turf. You know, it could happen. Here, I feel like people talk a lot.
So we were just talking about Sons of Anarchy, bro. That show. Yeah. That show.
David. That's why David and Rusty were on the show.
They hired.
You're talking about Happy.
David LaBrava.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why they had him.
He's an outlaw. Tom Linson, and his dad did the movie Jaws. He's a big director, and that's his son. He's a good friend of mine. He actually did the Dogtown and Z Boys movie,
I love them.
and
Or no, sorry, the documentary, right?
he did the documentary.
Yeah, the documentary's
Yeah. So look at my John Linson,
What's the documentary?
Linson Production, Dogtown.
Z-Boy?
So, but I was talking to him about it, and he goes, because he was riding an FXR, he had choppers, and I was like, damn, you're really into this. He goes, I just got in. He goes, I'm kind of like me. He goes, I can't go do a movie or a show and be a poser like So he goes, when I did Dogtown, he goes, I went and learned how to skate before I went and filmed the movie.
Lords of Dogtown. Okay.
The documentary, whichever one.
Yeah, so Lords of Dogtown was the movie that we know him.
Look him up, John. Anyways,
It was like a-
dude's like, I gotta go learn how to skate before I do a fucking skate movie. I gotta go hang out. So he went and hung out with this guy Happy in the show, which David, the guy we're talking about, and he's like, I rode with the Hells Angels. I've studied their characters. I studied the way they ride because I want this to be realistic.
The guy that did the show.
The guy that did the show.
Wow. What did you think about the show? Did you ask those questions?
I think they got away with everything they can without like exposing too much.
Yeah.
And it does have to be like set for kids and stuff too. So like, and there's got to be drama. There's got to be a little love story. So they did what anybody would do
Did you ever
with
see
it.
the Mayans show?
No.
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 The show was alright.
I gave up after the first season of the first one.
Mhm.
I started hanging out with Charlie, and I was like, I can't watch this shit. And Charlie owns a house like 2 blocks up. You know how my house is the first one in the alley? So if you go 2 alleys over, there's a house right there. That's his house, so he was always at the shop. He smoked a lot of weed too.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
So we always smoked weed at the shop. It was cool. Back in the day, it was kind of cool to have him. He'd come in here too all the time.
How'd you do why FXRs?
Why FXRs? Because when you eat spaghetti every day and you fucking taste like Japanese food. It's different and it's still good.
Okay.
It's kind of like, because it got played out. Choppers got played out. It was like, what can you possibly build that's cool? To me, I took it to the next level where it wasn't cool anymore. To me, I don't care about anybody else. Like you're building these bikes to the point where like, at first you're finding old parts and you make a bike out of it. Gas tank, fender, vintage, looks great. Then you're like, I'm a builder. Like, what am I gonna do? Keep using these old parts? I gotta make them myself. So I started making gas tanks, making fenders, making frames. Took it to a level where I'm like, it's not even that cool anymore because what's cool is the old shit. Now this is all handmade to look like the old shit. So I'm like, I just defeated the whole. In my opinion, I defeated the purpose of building what I built as a chopper. And I had these clients who wanted these bikes, so I kept doing them, even though I was like, what I really want is that rusty old one, but they're paying me to build it, so I have to build something like that out of scratch. So you're doing all that work to really you could just go buy all that stuff, you know. But mine's handmade, and I'm not about like West Coast chopper style. I'm not about like, you know, this style or this guy shit. I just about the way I like it. So I started making all these tanks and everything, and it got played out to me. I was like, you know, I've proved to myself that I can make anything that I like. And then one day I rode an FXR. My buddy Jason Jesse, he's like a legendary skateboarder, but got that 1% vibe to him. He's like that bad boy on a chopper guy who was different than the rest of the skateboarders. And he's a good friend of mine. And I look up to him. He's built some sick ass bikes in his backyard. And I told him, I go, bro, I just rode a Dyna. My friend let me borrow his Dyna FXDX. It was a 2003 anniversary. He was out of town for about a week. And I want to take this chick on a ride. And her ass always hurt on the chopper. And I rode his bike one day and I was like, this is comfy, and the back seat's comfy. And that's another thing about FXRs. You can take passengers on and it's comfortable. It's got, the R in FXR means rubber mount. This is the only bike the Harley ever made that's rubber mounted.
What's that?
It means the motor it doesn't sit on metal, it sits on rubber. So the motor moves a lot. It's a very cush ride.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese design. So there's two types of people. That some people really loved it when they came out, and then the other 80% of the Harley guys are like, that's not a fucking Harley, that's a Japanese bike, because Japanese bikes were rubber mounted, and the design of the frame is a kind of like a Kawasaki shape. It's got this little, you know, Harley didn't make frames like that. If you study them, you'll see that they're completely different. So anyhow, so I wrote a Dyna, which is the FXD, not the FXR. D stands for Dyna. So I rode the FXD one day, and I was like, dude, I took this chick on a ride. I had my friend's bike. He comes back from out of town, and he's like, hey, can I get my bike back? And I'm like, fuck, he's back. Oh, I don't want to give him the keys back. I really love this bike, and I had such a good time on it. So I'm like, all right. So I was like hesitating, but I gave him the keys back. But I'm like, will you help me find one? I need one of these. So then I started calling everyone. I was like, I need a Dyna. I called Jason, and I was like, I'm buying a Dyna. He goes, dude, please don't do that. Don't fucking buy a Dyna. Please go ride an FXR. I was like, I've seen them. They're ugly. He goes, just ride it. And Huey, our buddy, he still has his FXR. He let me ride his bike. And I was like, oh shit, game over. This is like better than a Dyna. The FXR is where it started. The FXD is like the later generation, already made cheaper.
Yeah.
So I got on an FXR and it was game over, dude. I was like, I got one, I got two, I got three. People are talking shit, didn't understand it, but I had a couple little hang-arounds with me who like, oh, I want one, you know. And, oh, I want one. Like, look, Jay's working at the shop for 2 weeks. He got an FXR. Am I wrong?
No, you got an FXR?
He just bought one yesterday.
I know, I don't know.
You didn't see his purple fucking
No,
people
it's
eater?
fire.
That's the purple people eater.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's fire, but I just don't, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I can't.
He popped his cherry today.
Ooh, yeah, that's dope, dude.
I
Congratulations.
gotta learn from them. If you're gonna learn stuff, you
But
might
bro,
as well
you
learn
can't-
what someone's really good at.
You can hate all day on them. They're not the prettiest thing that Harley's ever made.
What's the hate that they're not?
The swing arm and suspension and the design is kind of like Japanese. It is a Japanese design. The guy who designed FXR is Eric Buell, who worked for Kawasaki.
Oh wow.
And then he went from there, worked for Harley. So he brought some of that design with him. The forks are Showa. They're made in Japan. The suspension is a Japanese design. Everything is, if you're a Harley American dude, you're like, fuck this bike.
Yeah.
And then you had the guys that were like, I love this bike, and they would collect them and buy them back then and kept them in clean shape. So that's the ones, we call them cream puffs. Those are the ones we want now. We want the old guy that had them. But so there's two types of like people. Some hated them, some loved them. Nowadays, when I started doing FXRs, fuck everyone that talks shit. And they all know who they are. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. They're like, oh dude, what the fuck, da da da. And I was like, I already built those choppers. You guys are just doing what I already forgot right now. You know?
I love it.
And sure fucking enough, every one of those cunts right now has an FXR in their garage. They know who they are.
You made it popular.
I didn't make nothing popular. Harley made them popular. It's the type of bike when you ride it, you understand it.
You have to experience it.
I never understood like big motor, big power. Like I didn't get like, why does these guys make 110-inch motor? Like imagine like a stock bike is 80-inch. When I was telling you it was like 1340 cc, 1400 cc motors. And I'm like, what do you need more than that? You know, we're building choppers with them. Like, I don't understand why you need a big fucking motor. You don't feel it. It's like you're in a rigid frame. But when you ride an FXR with a 110-inch motor, now it fucking suddenly makes sense where this power goes. It goes to the back tire and it absorbs, the rubber mounts absorb that I don't know, that fucking shock when you fucking dump the clutch. And so I understood what it's all about. And I'm obviously 30 years late in the game because those bikes were made in the 80s, and I'm just getting into it. And I think it's 2011 I got into FXRs. 2012, something like that. I was just getting my cherry popped with them, and just never enough. And the way I learned how to build bikes is I bring 3 right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, what's different than this one, and this one, and this one? And I'm like, oh, okay, someone fucked with this. That's why I don't understand it, because how do you know? You see a bike for the first time, and there's no, I guess you could open books, and now you have YouTube, but back then I was like, the only way to do it is to open it with your own hands and see how it's built and where
shit goes.
Yeah, and the first one I bought's already been molested by 10 people, so I didn't know what is original and what's not. So then I got another one. Then finally I got an original one. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, now I see. When his bike came in, I already knew the recipe of his bike. I already knew this one was taken care of. This was a virgin. There's a couple of things they butchered on it, like the wiring and stuff, but the bike itself. Whoever did it knew what they were doing at the time. There's recipes that you do to them. You don't do this with, you don't put a wide glide. I'm talking to him pretty much because he understands. But you don't put a wide glide and a soft tail fender on an FXR. It's just a no-no. It's those guys that did that. It was they really wanted this bike, but they got a good deal on an FXR, so they try to make it look like that. So there's certain bikes you stay away from that people I don't know, what would you call it? It's an abortion. It's they started doing something different with it.
Yeah.
So there's different categories or realms of these bikes, and no matter what, people want to do a chopper with the FXR. And yes, you could technically chop it, but it's just one of those bikes. It's good as it is, Yes, you can add power. You can add a little more gears. You can add different wheels and exhaust and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
He says, "What's up?" He knows.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not the bike that I would brag about at a bike show,
The FXR?
Yeah. Even though I do, because I do special shit to them. I'll cut them up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll cut the tanks.
So are they choppers technically?
No, because it's just a tank and
So
fender.
it's the frame.
But the frame, that's when I say there's not much you can do. The frame is good as is.
Yeah.
They're just designed.
So when he told me that everyone comes with a union sticker and they have to hand weld shit,
Yeah.
So you can see the lines where they're welding is. That only makes I feel no two bikes are the same at that point.
Makes it one of a kind.
No two bikes are the same because of there's some of them we call the Friday frames because the guys want to go home on a Friday, and you can see that because the welds are just super fucking looks like bird shit.
Yeah.
They're just rushing to get home.
Yeah.
So we call those the Friday bikes. And some are just done a little bit better, but at the end of the day they're handmade and they had to be done by hand, where most production bikes are welded by a robot, robotic arm, but they couldn't do that with the FXR. And it was really expensive to make. It was probably one of the bikes that Harley lost money making, That's what I heard.
I have 2 parts, and I know you gotta get out of here soon, and I'm keeping you away.
Yeah, today we're gonna just do the part 1 and we can.
Yeah. No, but 2 questions before we let you out. One, what made you feel? Because I know you going to Indonesia, seeing these kids do your bikes and all this other stuff. So part 1 of the question is, when did you feel like you got that respect from the motorcycle community? And 2, how did the Harley thing? How did you start building bikes for Harley?
Well, okay. So first, I just gotta say that I just have to put my 100% into anything I do, and do it with it's try to be the first one to do it.
Yeah.
If I seen it, I probably would I'm turned off by it. You know how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same with bikes. I'll be bummed if I see someone with an idea that I came up with that I didn't do it. I'm mad at myself for not doing it because I realize don't talk about shit, just do it. Yeah. So you got to be sneaky and do shit that people wouldn't expect. And I also try not to post it until it's finished or something.
Yeah.
And I learned about social media, how it works and how to, like, if you want to be part, like, I'm part of this because I know both ways. I know how to please the crowd. That's why I get invited to Moon Eyes a lot, is because I know what people want, but I also don't put too much of what I do because I don't want to give secrets sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, I got in trouble one time with Born Free Show because I wasn't posting the build, and I was invited to be a builder, and the builders have to post the process of the build. And those guys were like, dude, we don't give a fuck about your Hollywood fucking models and all this shit that you guys, because I post like chicks on bikes and shit like that. And I'm in the middle of building a Born Free bike and they want to see the build, but I'm posting like random shit. And like, we want to see the fucking build. And I'm like, I'm not posting my secrets. And they're like, you're fucked. You're never coming to our show again. I literally got banned from Born Free until this year, you know? Crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I built a bike in Born Free 5 was, let's do the math. I built a bike
11.
in 2011
For Born Free.
for Born Free, and probably,
12, maybe 11.
I think, no, 11. And then in 2012, I was already into FXRs. I was over it because that turned me off so much. Because I built a bike, it started, I got there late, there's no service where the show is, so I couldn't find the show, I was late, and I got disqualified. I couldn't win the money. I still won People's Champ. I won Best Bike by vote, by a landslide, they said.
Wow.
I already knew I was winning when the guys were counting the tickets. They told me, we already know you won because your stack is here, but that's people's choice. They got to put in a little ballot, and so I won that, but I wasn't able to win the money because I was late, and you had to have a running bike, and my shit was running, and they didn't make people start their bikes. So I was really pissed off because if I wanted to be there, I would have been there a week ago if the bike wasn't supposed to be running, but I chose to run this gnarly like dual throat carburetor that shouldn't be on this motor, but I had to make this thing run for a show, and it was running, but I was late, so I was like, fuck this, dude. So, and
Is that a big show? Born Free? I don't know.
yeah, it's the biggest one
In
out
China?
here. No, in America.
Really? Wow.
Not rally, show.
So,
This is just, now the biggest rally I'd say is probably Sturgis, but that's more like, it's not about your custom bike, it's about being on any bike.
yeah, just being part of
It's a
it.
bike route.
Yeah.
Of course, there's little shows at Sturgis, like bike shows that you can win trophies and stuff. I don't care for that. I don't, what am I doing with trophies and shit? I don't care.
Yeah, no, facts. Facts.
I never even built like a bike to take to a show. I built it to like ride it and look cool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So how does Harley approach you?
Okay, so when you part of this whole conveyor belt of being like going to Born Free, going to Daytona, going to these David Mann shows, like we have these biggest shows in SoCal, and when you're part of that, and you go there and to compete, to like show your, forget the word compete, just to go show your work, you get recognition by, I mean, let me go back. Harley didn't support Born Free in any of these shows about 10 years ago.
Why not?
They're against it because these little kids are building these bikes saying this is what it's all about. You take this Harley and it's not good as you buy it. You have to do this to it to be
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And so Harley's like, we don't and then they all sell their aftermarket parts, right? So now you're buying Arlen-S. Now you're buying Pro 1 forks. You're not buying Harley parts anymore. Now you're buying aftermarket parts. Harley wanted people to buy their aftermarket parts. You want the extra mirrors and shit you buy from us, but all their shit was not that cool. And so Harley wouldn't support these shows. In fact, they would never even be part of it. But you know, the world is 360 degrees, right? So eventually, after you get hit in the head every year, boom, with a baseball bat, you realize, oh, that hurts. Why go against it? You know, let's join it. And this is my own interpretation of what happened with Harley, is they realized, let's join it, let's support it. And it worked out really well for them. And they're the biggest sponsor of Born Free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think they own it. I really do. I think they do, like a good portion of it.
Yeah.
And other big shows.
So if they recognize you at one of these shows and would just like build one?
Yeah, then the marketing team hit me up. Karen Davidson actually came right here. The daughter of Willie G. Davidson came to this store and stumbled into it and saw all my cool t-shirts and realized there's a bike shop back there. So I took her back there and she was like, holy shit, She loves Melrose. She comes to California. She comes to Melrose. By the way, Melrose was the bike place to be. Like that burger place. What's it called? Marathon. They used to be Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and across the street was Antonio's Mexican food, and you got Frankie's Steakhouse. Those are all biker stops. And the Snake Pit was owned by Slash from Guns N' Roses. So there was bikes on weekends when you come to Melrose. There was bikes on both sides of the street, parties. And all the long-haired days with the Chrome Hearts and shit. Before Chrome Hearts is what it is, Chrome Hearts was a biker brand. Straight up, Richard, the owner, he's a biker. He's got probably 20
They
bikes.
just built a fire parts bike, dude. Just built.
Who did?
Dude, I sent it to you, remember?
Okay, but let me just explain the history real quick. We'll get into that. They came out here. Melrose was the stop, and they'd come here and get fucking good Mexican food or a good burger, and it was the place to be. Like, they sold vintage T-shirts, vintage Levi's. Melrose was the vintage Levi's capital of the world. Mm-hmm. This is where you come get your vintage Stonewash with the rips in them. That's where you get your boots, your vintage leather jackets. Off the Wall was a store right here where Platinum Motors is. That was called Off the Wall in the 90s. It was vintage. Yeah, and the Japanese guys would come here to buy vintage during season.
Stories that like buses would drop off.
Yeah, the bus would get dropped off right here, past our intersection right here, right past that. It's called the Nada bus. I'll never forget it. They come in, they park the bus, they let out like fucking 40 tourists, and you got 5 hours to shop, and they get back in the truck, in the bus, and they take them to another spot. And so Melrose was that back then. And so Karen Davidson, everyone knew, if you're like, whatever, you come out here. So Karen stumbles in, sees this place. A month or two later, Harley design team, a bunch of girls come in from the clothing brand. They design the clothing, and they come in here with cameras snapping photos of everything. And I'm like, what do you guys do? They're like, oh, we work for Harley. And I was like, oh shit. And Rudy, my boy, he's drinking. He's sauced up. He's like, oh, you guys can't take photos here? He gets all, he's like,
yeah, Rudy.
and you know Rudy.
Is he back from his trip?
He's back. He made it in.
Good.
He's not Hans. Came back. So she comes in. So the girls are like, "Oh, Karen was here like a few months ago, and she told us this was a must." And sorry, but like, do you mind? I'm like, dude, don't listen to him. Take whatever pictures you want. And they're like, we're gonna buy this, and like taking photos and like putting it on the counter. And I'm like, you guys are about to go copy all my shit. I go, guess what? I copied all your old shit. That's how I came up with my shit. So you guys are just taking your old shit back. So they don't even know because they're new to the game. But like, I mean, I didn't copy anything, but I'm inspired by all that old shit, by old Hardy shit, And so, sure enough, like next thing you know, I'm like, I don't know, years later. They'll post a bike here and there of mine, and I was like, "That's cool, man. That's like a big deal." The Harley's
That
posted.
make you feel good, like
Yeah, and then I got hit up with like, I don't know if it was an email or a phone call, but hey, we got your number, and we're doing this thing. And before that even happened, we want to send the design team. We'll pay you this time. And I'm thinking it's the girls again, and it's the design team of the motorcycles. Wow. And it's these college kids from art school, and they're like, "Please school these guys." And these kids are straight up, they don't know shit. They don't know what they're looking at. And I'm like, I spent a good whole day with them, just like, this is where whatever started, and then this is what it looked like a few years later. And I gave them the different, Harley's cool, because they make these colorways, and it represents the year of the bike. So like a certain color gas tank was only made 1 year. A logo, all those different fonts you see,
Yeah.
Those logos represent a year. And so I knew my shit, and these guys don't, so I had to school them a little bit. And so that was cool, and then they just asked me straight up, would you build a bike if we gave it to you? I was good.
Yeah.
What was your first bike?
And we'll give you money, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. The deals just get sweeter. And so then we did it again this year, 2025, we built the
How many have you
2025.
done for them? 2 now?
2. Probably the last one. Who knows? I also thought in 21 that was it. We got a one-time shot.
What was the 21?
21 Lowrider S. When it just came out, it was the first. I have one of the first 5, so the VIN numbers represent the first 5 to ever come out of production.
And what'd you do this year or last year?
This year, Lowrider S again, but like the 2025, which is completely different. They changed a lot of the, but this year I took it to the next level. See, I learned from the first time that like, I didn't go crazy because they're like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then I learned like, they're just saying this like on the surface, you can't do it. They really don't give a fuck. But they do if you ask. If you say, hey, can I cut this thing up? They're gonna be like, we'd rather you not. So I followed the guidelines on the first time, but this year, I was like, let them tell me after.
Yeah.
You know? So I deleted like the whole electronic system and put a carburetor on it. Basically took a modern bike and made it run like a 1930s bike.
This is the
Same
new
way they
one
ran
did.
in the 30s.
This is the new one they did. Like a chocolate Harley. Like the chrome parts on the tank. Like I see.
Who built that? That's not chrome hearts. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
Dude, it says it's Chrome Hearts.
Okay, great. But
It says meet the new viral Chrome Hearts BOX 39. No, Harley.
I bet you right now if I sent that to the owner, he'd be like, hell no.
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 Hold on.
I will
just
be,
sent you-
because
Wait,
if,
there was a, hold on. I think I might find it.
I mean, maybe a small shop decided they're doing this.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Is it on the Chrome Hearts social media?
No, but it's
It will never
but
be.
it's 70,000. Look. So,
And I was just at a wedding with him like 3 weeks ago and talking shit. He would have said like, oh, look at this bike. He wouldn't brag about that though.
I like that.
He's got good taste.
I like
That bike is ugly, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. But dude, we appreciate you stopping through. I'm gonna let you go home and do.
Well, let's not leave with the Chrome Hearts thing, okay? Because you're going to cut that out. So
Yeah,
let's
no,
do
no,
it.
I am.
All right, you can still cut it out.
Dude,
All right.
no,
Because I can't like sacrifice like talking. I mean, you never know, you know.
No, trust me. Trust me.
I'll talk about me all day, but like about other people that I have like information about, like I want to keep that between
There's
us.
3 things that I'm cutting out already.
And if you want to like tease it and kind of like, well, we don't know who we're talking about, like just be like, hey, can we, and I'll be like, yeah, or no, oh yes, okay. And hey, we'll continue this if you
No,
want.
dude,
this is
just
Because
one.
it's also good for me because like honestly I just had like a reminisce of like some of my life shit right now, so that was cool. And the Bali thing was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more we could talk
Dude,
about.
no, there's so much more. Me and this guy have hour-long conversations.
I
You
trust.
know, dude, you're a
Yeah, and we'll talk about you too, because like, you know, gotta also, I want to get fucking pry into you guys a little bit.
dude. We'll shoot.
Pry into Jay.
Yeah.
Jay's over there, he's got a lot, he's like,
We'd
whoa.
love to have Jay on too.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to have Jay on, dude. But I hope that you know. I'm sure you know, but I hope that you know that you're a fucking OG and you're a legend around these parts, bro. For
Thanks,
real.
I mean,
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Dude,
You know, I do feel like I would say OG on Melrose because I was riding my BMX. Before I had a license, I was up here already
And you're a
hanging out.
legend in the motorcycle business.
This-
Fuck that. You don't like to brag about yourself, but I'm gonna say it here, you're a legend in the motorcycle world, bro. And I don't know shit about it, but just from an outsider perspective, looking in, I'm fucking glazing you right now. But you're a legend.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And thank you for taking.
We're all legends in our own world. You're a legend, you're a legend, Jay's a legend. Hey, fucking, I posted him on his bike today and Frank Ball said legend about this guy.
Jay's a fucking legend. Jay's a legend. No, but we appreciate you, bro, and thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir.
Part 2, we'll do a part 2 sometime.
Hey.
Hit my outro music, baby.